Welcome to the Retain Unified Archiving Windows Installation Video Guide. I am Stefan Fassmann, and I will be your guide today. Requirements for the operating system and SQL database management system can be found in the online documentation. For this video, I have installed Windows 2016 and MySQL 5.7. Since this is a Windows server, we'll install the built-in web server IIS. In Server Manager, select Add Roles and Features. Read before you begin and click Next. This is a role-based installation, and click Next. The destination server is the current server, and click Next. Add the server role web server IIS. Include the management tools, and click Next. Under Role Services, we have something to do. Open Application Development and enable IS API extensions and IS API filters, and click Next. Click Install. While that is installing, we can discuss the next step, which is the Retain installation itself. The Retain installer needs an internet connection to download the proper version of Java and Tomcat, which will sit on top of the web server. If you need to install Retain without an internet connection, please see the online documentation. Then you can install the Retain components you need. For this video, we will be installing all the required components on this server. That will include the Retain server, the high-performance indexer, a Retain worker, and the reporting and monitoring server. Now we can begin the Retain installation process. Run retaininstall.exe and a wizard will appear. The installer will check if Retain was previously installed. If the installer cannot find an existing copy of Retain on your server, it will ask, unable to locate Retain on your computer. Are you upgrading from an existing Retain? Since this is a brand new installation, the correct answer is no. Then the wizard will show the software requirements for Retain. You will need to accept the end-user license agreement before you can proceed. You can set the destination location for the Retain installation. I'll take the default. Just make sure there is enough space. The wizard will ask you if it can create the folder. Choose Yes. Now comes the interesting stuff. What components to install? For this demonstration, I'll install the server, worker, and reporting and monitoring server. The installer will check if Tomcat is installed on the server. If the installer cannot find Tomcat, it will ask if Tomcat is installed. As this is a new install, Tomcat is not installed, so the correct answer is no. The wizard will tell you about the prerequisite status, and then we can press Next. Java and Tomcat will be installed. The wizard will ask which web server we are using, in this case IIS. Press Next. The wizard is now ready to install Retain. Press Install to begin. This will take some time. After installing Retain, the wizard also installs the Microsoft Visual C++ 2005 redistributable. You are given a link to the documentation. Press Next. The wizard tells you where to point your browser to access Retain. Press Next. The installation is complete. Press Finish to exit the installer. Because I chose MySQL, I now must add the Mysql Connector J so Retain can interface with the database. This is not needed for other database management systems. The connector jar file needs to be copied into these directories if installed. Then the Retain Tomcat service needs to be restarted in Services. Retain is now installed. The next step is to configure Retain, but that is another video.